What is up, YouTube? I'm DaVinci, leader of the Renaissance crew, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Today I'm going to be getting into another video that is very similar to my other videos that I reacted to that involved the universe. So one's involving size scales and different facts about the universe and things like that. If you enjoyed those videos, you'll enjoy this one as well. This is a video that was created by Corridor Crew. I will go ahead and leave a link for their channel at the end of this video, so you can click on it and go straight to their channel. They have also have a merch store that you can check out. This video is called Visual Effects Artist Reveals the True Scale of the Universe. So I'm guessing it's very similar to the first video I did about the universe, where it was like a 3D model of different bodies in the universe and how big they are compared to each other and stuff, and try to give you a relative size. But the thing is, once you get like so big, there's really no relative size that we can like comprehend. Once you get bigger than like the Earth, we just can't get a good feel of just how big it is. But who knows? Maybe there's some way that they figured it out and can translate it well over the video. But let's go ahead and check this out and see what it has to offer.
Have you seen those videos that show the scale of our universe? They're pretty neat because they demonstrate just how much larger other stars in our galaxy are than our own sun. However, my problem with these videos is that we quickly lose context of scale because as each new star is introduced, they appear visually the same as the one before it. So we're just kind of left thinking, yeah, I guess we're pretty tiny in the scale of the universe. But I want to know just how tiny we are. So instead of using a scale that changes, in this video, it's going to be locked. And just like you can have miniature scale models, our scale is 1 to 190 million. That shrinks the universe down to a point where the Earth is the size of a tennis ball. And that makes the moon the size of a Nerf ball. Now ask yourself this question. How far away would they be from each other?
Elbows bent just a little bit here. Right here, I'll tightly lock it.
Because it took the astronauts 3 days.
That'll do.
There. Here.
Actually,
That should
our
be like
little
an entire
moon would be
room.
all the way over here, 7 feet away. The real moon sits 250,000 miles from the Earth at its furthest point in orbit. And here's a fun fact. If you were to line up each planet in the solar system right next to each other, they could actually fit between the Earth and the moon. Next to Earth, we would put Mercury, Venus, and Mars, and then expand outwards to Jupiter, followed by Saturn, and then Uranus and Neptune. And you could even throw little Pluto in here for good measure. It's just crazy that they actually fit there. And if you want to read more about this crazy cosmic coincidence, I've linked a really interesting article by astronomer Phil Plait. As you can see, even at this scale, Jupiter is pretty big. You could fit 1,300 Earths within the volume of Jupiter, but that is nothing compared to the sun. And for that, we have to go outside. Now at this scale, the sun would be half a mile away, so for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna put the sun right here. Ah! Oh God, it's so bright. Okay, let's not actually simulate the brightness too. Let's bring that down. Okay. That's better. At this scale, the sun would be 24 feet wide, which is over half the width of this whole street. In fact, it's so big, the sun could fit 1.3 million Earths inside of it. That's pretty crazy. Now, our sun is actually larger than most stars. As a yellow dwarf, it's bigger than 80% of the stars in the entire universe. Most stars are red dwarfs, and they're about half the size of our sun. But even if the sun is above average size, it's certainly not the biggest. Let's look at Sirius. No, not Sirius.
Yeah, I'm wondering how far they're going to go with some of the bigger stars, because even if you want to keep everything relative, I'm pretty sure there are stars out there that would literally be the size of Earth, even in this relative scale. So at what point does it get like to the point where we can't fathom the size again because of like we're not able to get a reference point of just how big it is?
Black, that's Sirius. It is the brightest star in the night sky because it is only 8.5 light years away, combined with the fact that it is 20 times brighter than our sun. You can even see Sirius in most light-polluted cities. Now, a quick side note about these comparisons, I'm simply focusing on the diameters of each of these stars. And that doesn't necessarily correlate to how much mass a star has or how bright they appear, because some of these stars have ballooned to such a huge volume that they appear absolutely massive. Like Arcturus. Arcturus is 26 times larger than our sun, yet it isn't even twice as heavy. At our tennis ball scale, it is 610 feet wide, which is about the length of 2 football fields. What is interesting about Arcturus is that it is flying in a different direction from all the other stars in our galaxy, and therefore it is hypothesized that it was actually formed in another galaxy that at some point in the last several billion years was eaten up by our own Milky Way. Zooming out, we get Rigel, which would be so large it'd be taller than New York City's Freedom Tower at 1,872 feet tall. That's pretty big. But even though it's so large, it's actually a tiny little baby star. And I actually mean that literally. It's only 8 million years old compared to our sun, which is 4.5 billion years old. That is the difference between a 100-year-old person and a 2-month-old baby. Except this baby is destined to explode in a supernova. Not all stars go supernova though. Our own sun, for instance, is going to continue expanding until it's over a mile wide at our scale. Over the course of the next 5 billion years, it will turn into a red giant, 256 times bigger than it is right now. Hey, no need to worry though, because only in about 1 billion years are we going to lose all of our oceans thanks to the fact that they're going to boil away. But here's a star that even puts that to shame.
Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
This star boasts a waistline that is over 1 billion miles wide. Your mama ain't got nothing on this. With Earth as a tennis ball, Betelgeuse would stretch over 5 miles end to end. It would be 10 times taller than the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. It is, however, considered to be really close to the end of its life and is very likely to go supernova within 1 million years. And when it does, the explosion will be so bright, it'll outshine the full moon and may last as long as a month. But Betelgeuse is not the largest star that we've found. That honor lies with UI Scuti. What kind of a name is UI Scuti? Astronomers think this might even be the largest star in our galaxy, and it's certainly the largest one we've ever found. If it were to replace our sun, the surface would reach the orbit of Saturn. It would dwarf Manhattan at a staggering 8 miles wide. 8 miles! Central Park is only 2.5 miles long, so this is over 3 times longer than that. To put that into perspective, that is higher than the cruising altitude of all airlines. These stars are the size of cities, and here we are living on a tennis ball. Do you feel small yet? I do.
Don't you always when you watch these videos?
Thank you so much for watching this video. This is a project I've been wanting to work on for quite some time, so I really hope that you've walked away with a better appreciation for the scale of our universe. Now, time for a word from our sponsors. Us! That's right, we've been working on some really cool designs, such as this one that you can find in our merchandise store, link in the description. We also have shirts like this. It glows in the dark. That's pretty crazy. And for the first time in years, we've brought back the original snapback hat. So if you missed out on that the first time, we've got you covered. And lastly, we've got this crazy God of Jank shirt, Dobie, rendered in the flesh for the first time. Only a few days left for this one though, so act fast. And with your support, we're able to make videos like this one. So I really want to make more, so I hope you keep supporting us. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.
All right, there you go. Corridor Crew has a lot of other videos as well. So if this is your type of video, then be sure to check out their channel, in which case you'll learn a lot of other different facts about the universe and Earth and things like that. So be sure to give it a try. And they have some nice looking shirts. Usually when it comes to like YouTubers and shirts, they just tend to have like shirts with their logo on it, which is another reason why I haven't got a merch store yet, because 1, I don't feel like I'm big enough to have one, and 2, I want something more than just a logo. If I'm going to make a shirt, I want it to be something that you would actually wear. So I mean, they have great stuff, and they have innovative stuff as well. They have glow-in-the-dark shirts. I've never heard a channel do something like that. But anyway, like I said, I'll leave a link for their channel. If you want to go and check out their merchandise store, I might leave a link for that as well. But as of right now, that's pretty much all I got to tackle on it. I mean, like I said, when it comes to the size of the universe and things like that, it's so big that you can't really wrap your fingers around it. I guess in a literal sense too. But yeah, like you just can't really grasp just how big it is. I mean, if someone says that something is 1 trillion miles long and something else is 500 billion miles long, in your mind, can you really understand like how different they are from each other? It's like I look this way, it stretches as far as I can see. I look this way, it stretches as far as I can see. I look this way, it stretches as far as I can see, and vice versa. So both of them, I can't really understand just how big it is. Whenever I think of stuff like this big, like the universe and things like that, it makes me think of different theories like multiverse theory and possibly even simulation theory and all that other stuff. And I know how did I get here, but just hang with me for a minute. It just seems like it would make sense considering, well, I guess not necessarily simulation theory. Maybe, well, I don't know. I really don't know, because we never actually gone to any of the other stars or anything like that, and chances are we probably won't ever go to just about any of the stars. But even still, it's like you have these stars that are so far away and so big and things like that, and if we were living in a simulation, what would be the difference between that star actually existing and that star just being a background that we just look at, and it looks real considering how well the simulation is, but there's no guarantee that that's not just some type of super sophisticated CGI out there. There's no telling if what we're experiencing right now is some super sophisticated CGI or AI program or something like that. And I know I'm sitting here speaking about something that is just like speculative. I'm not saying that it's true or not. It's all a theory. I do not know. I don't even know how sound of a theory it is, but it does seem like it is something that could be possible. A lot of things can be possible, but that's the reason for debates in philosophy. You never know what you might discover just based on examining a possibility. The multiverse theory and things like that. The reason why I think that that one also makes sense is because of just how big the universe is. I would assume that there was something else out there. I don't think that the universe just expands and then like past it, it's just nothing. It's, for all I know, everything that's out there could already be out there, but because light travels at a certain speed and it takes so long for it to bounce back to us, it's possible that stuff already might be out there. It's just that the light hasn't reached us, or the light from us might not have gone out there yet, whether it's the Big Bang or whatever the light source may be. But like I said, I'm just speaking out my ass right now. I have no idea if what I'm saying is completely true or not. But it's fun to talk about it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Like I said, a link for this channel will be in the last 30 seconds of this video that you can click on. There will be links in the original description box, or the description box down below for the original link. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out without me talking, pausing, or anything else, go ahead and do that. And I always encourage you to watch the original video before you watch the reaction anyway, so you can give the original content creator a view. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. I'm DaVinci. You just been a little bit more enlightened, and I'm gonna give you the deuces, and I look forward to seeing you in my future videos. Deuces.